Imagine this. It's a freezing winter morning, your alarm goes off, your kids grab their backpacks, and you send them outside for the school bus. But there's one problem: the sun hasn't even come up yet. For millions of Americans, that could become the reality if President Donald Trump gets his way on one of the most surprisingly divisive issues in Washington: permanently changing the clock. Trump is pushing Congress to end the twice-a-year clock change and keep daylight saving time in place all year. And this isn't just a random proposal anymore. On July 14th, the House passed the Sunshine Protection Act by an overwhelming 308 to 117 vote, with Republicans and Democrats both supporting it. The bill would make daylight saving time the permanent standard while allowing states that want permanent standard time to opt out. But now the proposal has reached the Senate, and suddenly Trump's biggest obstacle isn't Democrats. It's Republicans from northern states. Senate Majority Leader John Thune has expressed doubts about whether the measure can move forward, while Senator Tom Cotton has strongly opposed permanent daylight saving time. And that's where this seemingly simple argument over clocks turns into a much bigger fight over schools, safety, health, geography, and even how much daylight Americans should have when they wake up. Trump's argument is straightforward. Americans are tired of changing their clocks twice a year, and supporters say permanent daylight saving time could eliminate the disruption while giving people more daylight during the evening hours. The White House has called the legislation a popular, common-sense reform, pointing to the idea of protecting valuable evening daylight when Americans are more likely to be awake and active. But here's where the map of America suddenly matters. In Florida, where longer evening sunlight is popular with many residents and lawmakers, permanent daylight saving time can sound like an easy win. But move north, and winter sunrise times become a completely different story. Critics warn that in parts of the northern United States, daylight could arrive extremely late in the morning, leaving children and workers traveling in darkness. Senator Tom Cotton has been especially outspoken. The Arkansas Republican, despite being a strong Trump ally, has said he would oppose efforts to make daylight saving time permanent. Other Republican senators, including Mike Rounds of South Dakota, have raised concerns about children heading to school before sunrise. The political dividing line here isn't really Republican versus Democrat. Increasingly, it looks like a battle between different parts of the country, and especially between northern and southern states. And that creates a fascinating problem for Trump. The House vote looked like a huge political victory, but passing a bill in the House is only one step. The legislation reached the Senate on July 15th and was referred to the Senate Commerce, Science, and Transportation Committee. Reuters reported that the Senate had not secured the 60 votes needed to advance the measure, leaving its future uncertain. But there's an even bigger reason senators may hesitate. Changing the clock sounds simple until you consider what it actually changes in people's daily lives. School schedules, morning commutes, outdoor activities, business hours and sleep patterns are all connected to when the sun rises and sets. And medical groups have raised another concern. Permanent daylight saving time may not line up well with the body's natural circadian rhythm. Now, here's the part that makes this debate feel like history repeating itself. America has already tried permanent daylight saving time. During the energy crisis of the 1970s, Congress approved a law establishing year-round daylight saving time for a 2-year trial. It was signed into law in December 1973, and the experiment began in January 1974. At first, Americans were surprisingly enthusiastic. Public support was reported at around 79%. But after people experienced winter mornings with much later sunrises, that support collapsed. One survey found support had fallen to roughly 42% by February. Congress eventually moved to restore standard time during the winter, and the experiment was effectively abandoned. That history is now hanging over Trump's proposal like a warning sign. Supporters say technology, lifestyles, and American habits have changed since the 1970s. They argue that people spend more time working, shopping and enjoying activities after school and after work, making evening sunlight especially valuable. Opponents answer that the basic position of the sun hasn't changed, and neither has the fact that winter mornings can be brutally dark in northern communities. And there's another important detail many Americans may miss. The House bill doesn't simply force every state to stay on daylight saving time forever. States that are currently exempt from daylight saving time, or that choose to opt out under the legislation, could remain on permanent standard time. So this fight isn't really about whether Americans hate changing their clocks. A lot of people clearly do. The real fight is about what should replace the current system. Should America lock the clock on daylight saving time and accept darker winter mornings in exchange for brighter evenings? Should the country choose permanent standard time instead? Or is the current system, changing the clocks twice a year, still the compromise that causes the least disruption? For Trump, the House vote was a major step forward. But the Senate is where the clock could stop ticking. Because right now, the question isn't simply whether Americans want to stop changing their clocks. The question is whether Senate Republicans are willing to spend political capital, and valuable Senate time, to give Trump the permanent daylight he wants. And if history is any guide, Washington may discover that changing the time on a clock is easy. Getting an entire country to agree on what time it should be is a completely different story. If you found this update helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Unix Media, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest news. Thanks for watching.